Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hunt, and welcome back to the Baseball Head 2. I hope you like this video and smash that subscribe button. I'm going to give you a big proposal, not from your host, but a big trade proposal from one of the big pitchers in the game, one of the big names in the game, sort of been talked about being moved, and that is San Diego Padres ace and starter Dylan Cease. And I have this from SI.com. And of course, please hit the like button. Padres blockbuster trade proposal lands massive haul. All-star $13 million ace. Now, the word has been sort of, they're thinking about moving him. It's the Padres talking about moving Cease, but it's gotten awfully quiet for the last few weeks. But the Padres are continuing to explore their options this winter, and that includes potentially trading away some of their stars. In a recent column from Bleacher Report's Zachary D. Reimer, Padres have predicted the trade ace Dylan Cease to the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for outfielders Heston Hergestad and Enrique Bradford Jr. Quote, according to Jim Morosi of MLB Network, the Orioles were in on Cease even before they lost Corbin Burnes to the Diamondbacks, Reimer wrote. With his exit now official, the need for an ace atop Baltimore's starting rotation is certainly that much more glaring. Quote, as Cease's ticket for free agency after 2025, the Orioles would be running the same play they ran on Burnes. Mr. Burnes, if they were to trade for him. It could prove to be an upgrade, whereas Burnes is declining as a whiff artist. Cease was in the 92nd percentile for whiff rate this year. The Padres need starting pitching, which makes trading Cease away seem unlikely, but not completely out of the question because they are trying to slash payroll. San Diego's projected payroll for 2025 is about $40 million higher than it was at the end of last season. San Diego could also be waiting to decide about Cease while Japanese free agent Roki Sasaki makes his decision. Sasaki is the Padres' top free agent target and is not expected to sign with the team until at least January 15th. The word is probably more like January 23rd. It's probably when he's going to sign. MLB Network insider John Morosi also linked Cease to the Orioles in early December. Cease made 33 starts this season, posting a 14-11 record with a 3.47 ERA, 1.067 WHIP, 224 strikeouts, and a 4.2 wins above replacement. He finished fourth in the National League Cy Young voting 2 years after placing second in the AL Cy Young race with the White Sox. Turning 29 later this month, Cease has a career record of 48-35 with a 3.52 ERA, 1.207 WHIP, 891 strikeouts, and a 16 WAR since 2021. Cease is a year away from free agency, and the Padres don't anticipate being able to re-sign him. However, A.J. Preller, the Padres' general manager, is known for his unpredictable approach. Well, ain't that the truth? He could trade them and still be good next year. Or this year, excuse me. I mean, that we do know, that's for sure. Now, next up, the St. Louis Cardinals. What are they going to do with Nolan Arenado? Now, let's find out what's going on here in SI. MLB insiders hint Cardinals may keep him. That's a 10-time Gold Glove winner. The Cardinals have some really tough choices to make. Oh, you don't say? I mean, they let Paul Goldschmidt sign with another team. They basically sort of cut cord with him. The St. Louis Cardinals have been trying to trade their baseman Nolan Arenado. Things certainly haven't worked out at this point. St. Louis wants to trim down the payroll. That has been the team's North Star and has driven decision-making so far this winter. The Cardinals declined Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson's club options early in the offseason, and there hasn't been much to show for it since. It certainly won't change before spring training, but all eyes are on Arenado. Rumor suitors are dropping down. Houston Astros wanted him, but have pivoted in a different direction. There was a trade that happened, and he declined the trade. He used his no trade clause in it, vetoed it. New York Yankees were linked to him, but that has been shut down. There are other teams like the Red Sox, but the odds of a deal don't seem to be as high as they once were. The Athletics' Katie Woo and Will Salmon even said the team is facing a plausible reality where Arenado remains in St. Louis. Quote, now both the Cardinals and Arenado are facing a plausible reality where the 10-time Gold Glove winner remains there next season. Wu and Salmon said. there has been minimum traction on Arenado's front since the Astros deal fell through. Two prominent AL East teams, the Red Sox and Yankees, have been linked to Arenado throughout the winter, though it remains unclear where either team currently stands in its interests. The Cardinals will still actively try to move him, but they will be rather reluctant to eat a larger portion of his contract, as the whole point of trading Arenado is to offload his contract. The general manager did not rule out the possibility that's John Mozeliak of Arenado returning next year, but added that he was not sure that puts us exactly where we want to be. Will he be still in St. Louis in 2025? Now, here's the thing. He was going to get traded, and he turned that trade down. He turned that deal down. So it's interesting to note that it seems like they've sort of walked away from this. I don't know. He has that right to turn a trade down in his contract, but this is probably going to hurt his career, and it's hurting the Cardinals to have him sort of still there, especially when they probably wanted to move him when their season came to an end back in July, but not a good situation. Now, you let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about Dylan Cease possibly getting moved, probably going to get moved, and maybe possibly, hopefully for the Cardinals, they trade Nolan Arenado. So, thank you for watching. And this, of course, is the Baseball Hut 2, and I'll see you later.